just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yeah. Now let's get ready. Switch me on. I don't think you're crazy.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
What is up, Ghostheads? It's another episode of the Ghostheads radio show. My name is Ted, aka Steady. You know the guy to my right, the one and only Matty B.
Yo! I'm feeling pretty good, Ted, and the intro went smoothly there. I like that. I love to hear the music. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel vibrant. Also got to shout out Daniel, Legacy and Nerd. If you guys haven't seen these yet, go to countdowncitygeeks.com. Check out Daniel. Check out his articles. But this shirt is fire, so I had to give him a little shout out there. So.
And if you're in the chat right now, say what's up. We got a great show for you guys. We're going to be talking all about the Sony announcement that Ghostbusters 4 and a slew of other movies have been delayed, pushing back to 2024. We'll talk about that and why you should not be upset about it. And we're also going to be joined shortly by the South Dakota Ghostbusters team. They are a great group. They're longtime friends of ours. We're going to have them on in just a second. But first, we want to hear a quick word from arguably the best retro store in San Antonio, Texas, Real Retro. Gunnar Barker's in the chat saying, "Hello, boys." And I'm sure he's about to say, "I'm back."
Yeah, can we get San Antonio's most popular retro store in all capital letters? Because it is to be exclaimed. It's an incredible store. So shout out to Real Retro. Love everything you guys do for the program.
Love them, and also for multiple reasons. But the first being, I actually found this Terror Dog bobblehead at their store, and I had no idea it existed. It's one of my favorite Ghostbuster like items ever. I mean, this thing is so cool, and it's so detailed. It even has a little Gozer emblem on the bottom of it. So yeah,
I do. I like it a lot. That's cool.
if you're in the San Antonio area, go check out Real Retro at the Eisenhower Market, obviously on Eisenhower Road, and you can also check out the website at realretro.net. Kevin's also in the chat. It's good to see you, my friend. And I know you're looking for a lot to do, kind of in your area stuff, sir. We're gonna talk more, Kev. Stay strong, buddy. Appreciate you very much. So, all right, we have a team waiting in the wings, and you've met them before. They've been on the show probably more than any other team in the U.S., and we're glad to have them back again. Everybody in the chat, make some noise for the South Dakota Ghostbusters!
Yay!
What's up, guys?
Hi, everybody.
What's going on? Everybody in the chat right now. Hashtag Team Terry. We want to see it.
Team Terry right there.
Team Terry in the chat. Team Terry in the chat.
Light it up, chat.
Awesome.
Hey, we want to see some Team
light it
Terrys
up.
for sure. Also, I might have to take a break in a second because I just remembered I have my bracelet from Bryce in right over there where I keep my watches and everything. I might have to go throw that on here in a bit.
Nice.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I might take a break and go pop that baby on.
I've already told Bryce, mine is literally on my nightstand where I put my phone, my wallet, everything I need for work. I got it right there.
Ted, you never miss an event with it. I've forgotten a couple times because you're trying to get everything together, and sometimes you can get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? But I have never seen you without it at an event.
I get a lot of compliments, honestly. People are like, "Hey, what's that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's my Ghostbusters bracelet. This talented guy from South Dakota made it for us. Check out his Etsy shop."
Shout out Bryce.
Shout out Bryce. Guys, it's wonderful for y'all joining us once again. I know we've talked a lot in the past. Tell us for now, like what has been going on with you guys this year, and then we'll get into some of the things that you guys are working on.
Well, recently I went, I saw you guys down in San Antonio.
We probably should talk about that first. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured should talk about that first. So yeah, I flew out that Thursday, got there Thursday night. Didn't do a whole lot Thursday night, but I did buy a 3-day pass just because it was cheaper than buying like a day pass or 2-day. It was stupid. So I just got the 3-day pass. I didn't go Sunday though because that's when we had to fly back out. Checked it out. I didn't go to the third building. I did post on TikTok about going to at least 2 of the buildings, where the cars are, and then where most of the artists and then like the vendors and stuff are. Is that third building more just like a stadium type thing?
It's just for the A-list panels.
So like fill it up, whoever.
Right. So that would be like Emilia Clarke, Kit Harington, anybody who's considered that upper tier B or A list. Their panels are held in that theater.
Because Brie Larson was in there one day, I think, and she had a line like out to the fences.
Oh yeah, it was nuts.
So I never went into that building, but I did go to the other 2 buildings, and I checked out the cars, and then I got pictures with some of the guys. Well, not the first day. I waited for a bigger crowd because I felt like there was only 2 guys the first day by the Ecto, and I was like,
Well, yeah. Well, that Saturday that we met up, that was the busiest day of. I mean, because we were there last year and we covered some amazing stuff, and they had great guests there last year. That Saturday was through the roof.
Oh yeah,
it was shoulder to shoulder. Lauren, my fiance, she had to literally hold on to the back of my backpack so we could like maneuver through the area. It was insane.
Yeah, so Friday I went in there. It was like nothing. And that Saturday they had people wrapped around the building. It was so long.
Yeah, and I was also wondering, and this isn't a comparison thing or like our city's better than yours or anything like that, but compared to SuperCon or some of the other things, how did the con stack up for you in all the ones that you have been to before?
So I've only been to SuperCon and then Voices Against Cancer, which we'll get into a little later. I mean, that's the 2 biggest really cons I've ever really been to, per se. So I mean, San Antonio seems similar to SuperCon in a way, just because it's got that vendor feel. It does have artists, but you guys had way bigger artists than anything that SuperCon brings. Voices of Cancer did bring, bigger A-list, I think, this year than SuperCon's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we had this Emperor Palpatine, and then CP3PO, and big.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's
So you guys have Ian McDermott at Voices Against Cancer?
Yes, we did.
Yep.
That's so cool.
What?
And we also had Anthony Daniels, who played C-3PO.
Yeah, C-3PO.
We had
Katie
Sackhoff.
Katie, she's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, we had Katie there. The day before they had the Armor.
I kind of have a crush on Katie, low key. But anyways, go ahead.
But then they had the Armor, Emily Swallow at
last year.
Comic book.
Yeah.
Well, they had her last year, but she was at the comic book place downtown.
Yep.
So.
And they had the South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's the most.
Which is the star of the show.
They also had Sam Witwer here too.
There we go.
So Voices Against Cancer, I feel like they have way. I wouldn't say SuperCon has, lower. It's just not as big as Voices Against Cancer, unless they're bringing some pretty good comic book artists.
Voices has a little bit more money and a little bit better more backing.
Cool. Yeah,
but what a good name! What a good marketable name. SuperCon, but it's SIOUX.
Yep.
I mean, that's a cool
unique
thing, right? So is that South Dakota Con?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sioux Falls is actually the biggest.
Paxton?
No, well, there's one in Black Hills. Black Hills Con.
Oh yeah, there is. You're
and then Hub City Con in Aberdeen, which just started like a couple years ago.
Yep.
So they're still kind of small. And then Black Hills is like the next smallest. And then it's SuperCon. And then Voices Against Cancer, I think, is going to be pretty close with SuperCon here soon, I think, the next couple years.
They're getting
But yeah,
big.
Big.
so
Second
Sioux
year.
Falls is our biggest town in South Dakota, and so they played on words with SuperCon and Sioux Falls, you know. So they took the Sioux part, the SIOUX,
Yeah.
and then combined it with the SuperCon, which was pretty, you know,
It's smart.
clever.
Super
Yes,
smart.
I never thought of
It's
that.
super smart.
Super smart.
Good job.
You'd be
Good job,
surprised.
Eddie.
You'd be surprised how many people actually don't know that they actually spell Sue. They're like,
Yeah.
like I get a phone call and they're like, "This is Sox Falls," or something. You know,
Well,
it's like,
we actually understand that
balls.
in we understand that in San Antonio as well. I'm in Houston now, but where the county that I lived in was called Bear County, but it was BEXAR, and so it's Bear County. But people when they first visit, they would say Bexar or whatever. So I don't know
guess
how
Yeah.
that. Ted, do you have any background on that? How did that come to be?
I probably heard once upon a time back when I was in
it was
grade
probably
school.
a guy.
but-
It was probably a German guy that went there and just stuck a flag, and they're like, "It's pronounced bear." Okay, it's like I'm from Beersford, and it's spelled not how you think. It's BERESFORD.
I'm gonna buy that because we're surrounded by German towns. Like every town surrounding San Antonio has a German name to it. So
Yeah, New
you're probably right
Braunfels
about
is the
that.
biggest, right?
All of them, Fredericksburg,
Yeah.
New Braunfels. Yeah, we're surrounded by them. So Pac, tell us. I mean, would you recommend Superhero Comic Con to anybody else for next year?
So I would definitely recommend Superhero Comic Con and Car Show. If you're more of the A tier, you're gonna be waiting in line though. Especially Saturday. Saturday was freaking crazy, like you said.
Yeah.
It was so packed. I don't know how you guys deal with that. SuperCon is pretty bad, and it's like I had like get out of my way.
Yeah. Well, luckily through Ted's dedication since 2015, this year we were able to establish a home base with a booth, and
Yeah, it was pretty neat that you guys were so close to the stage there.
Yeah, that's very cool considering Ted was handling so many of the panels. But it's just so nice to have that home base to where you can like just sit down for a second
Chill. Yeah.
and like wipe your brow of everything that's been going
Drip
on.
and sweat.
No, but it was good. And what do we miss out on, Paxton? Why did we take a picture?
I don't know. We failed that miserably.
We stood right next to each other. We talked
Multiple times.
numerous times, face to face, in person, and you couldn't believe how handsome I was. And I was just like trying to like deal with you. You know, I didn't want you to be so starstruck.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
I think
we didn't take a picture.
totally
We
that
even just
one.
wanted.
I was speechless enough that I didn't get a picture with you guys. But I took a picture of the whole group though for you guys. That's
No,
funny.
right.
actually, you
You
stepped
did.
up to take a picture, and I'm like, "Damn, dude, I didn't get a picture with Paxton. It's such a miss." I literally,
yeah.
I called Ted because remember I sent you the message. I was like, "Hey, you have to have a picture," and you're like, "No, I didn't get a picture." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I called Ted after, like, "Dude, how do we not get a picture with Paxton?"
Yeah,
We were on the phone till 3 a.m.
that's crazy.
In my defense, I had like 50
I had a
things
thing
in my
going
head,
on.
and I didn't even think about getting a photo with our group. Like you took a photo of us,
You probably don't
and
remember
it
that.
never crossed my mind to do that before that moment happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
probably didn't even realize I took the picture either.
No, but honestly, I'm going to be the first one to say I think that's kind of bullshit. We should have gotten a photo with you, man. You flew from South Dakota all the way to San Antonio, and I was just so excited to see you. I was like, and we had so much going on because Ted's covering
yes.
panels and we're
That
covering
is
the
always-
event.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry though, from the bottom of my heart. And next
Oh,
time,
it's not a big deal.
next time you'll get 2 pictures, and it's only
There
going to
you
cost you $15.
Oh,
Only
only 4,500.
extra, right?
Yeah, now you gotta
promise.
come back. Now you gotta come back, and you gotta bring Bryce and Terry with you.
Yeah.
Hey, at least got a picture of the booth, and then you guys is set up. Is that supposed to be like a Funko display type thing, or was
It was
that
a Funko Pop, yeah. And
Okay.
honestly,
It was.
it was a last minute throw together, right? And
Obviously.
it turned out pretty good.
I had to
thought,
kneel. I had to like to fit in that thing.
Well, but you're in a small percentage of folks. I mean,
I know.
I think everybody else did fine. You could have dunked a basketball too. Not anybody else there could have done that.
Yeah, we were only worried about the Texas crowd. We weren't really thinking about South Dakota Giants coming down here.
Hey, everything's supposed
Those
to be bigger in
grass-fed
Texas.
giants up here in South Dakota.
Everything's supposed to be bigger in Texas, I thought.
No.
Apparently not. Not the people.
Only the property taxes.
Yeah.
That's why you moved.
Yeah.
All right. What else has been going on with you guys this year? Catch us up on like some of the highlights for 2023.
You guys want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Terry.
We went to Voices Against Cancer, one of our cons up here in town, and that was just a couple weekends ago. And they had a lot of big name folks coming to support their cause, which is helping pediatric cancer patients. So lots of famous folks came to Sioux Falls, spent a couple days, the whole weekend, supporting our local economy and stuff. And they donated their time to be at the con, and they signed autographs and gave pictures for a certain amount, but all that money went to the cause.
Wow.
We had our own stand. It was a lot of fun. And I think it's their second one this year, and it was bigger and in a different venue from last year, and I can just see it getting just bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I had a great time at this event.
Yep.
I was working that the whole entire time.
Yeah.
I honestly did not move my spot, except for one time.
They asked a lot of us to volunteer and not get into our jumpsuits, and I begged and pleaded Brandon, and I said, "Hey, let me just stay in my jumpsuit." So he let Terry and I stay in our jumpsuits, and we just kind of rubbed elbow pads with the common folks.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
Rubbed elbow pads. I like that. And Terry,
very nice.
You're so organized with this stuff. Are you you seem to really know what's going on. I mean, Bryce and Paxton, I asked them something. They give me deer in headlights. I asked you something, and you're like, this is the exact time that we were there. There was this many people there. We had this. You're killing it over there, Terry.
I'm playing this all out.
Hashtag Team Terry.
Hashtag Team Terry. Dude,
she's the glue that holds us all together.
Ted, can we get some merch?
The heart of the South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Can we get a hashtag Team Terry? What's a cause that you guys want to push for? Let's do we'll do hashtag Team Terry t-shirts, and all the proceeds will go to a cause.
Feeding South Dakota.
There you go.
Feeding South Dakota. All right.
So everybody.
We'll take this offline, but let's talk about something. We'll do hashtag Team Terry t-shirts, and we'll put the proceeds to the cause. But you're killing it, Terry. You're killing it.
I love it. Thank
you. Our Terry dog.
Yeah,
Terry dog. Ah, it's good too.
I've called it that before.
There's some fun things there.
There's some fun things there.
While we were, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Go.
While most of our team was volunteering their time to Voices Against Cancer, helping out with their team at our booth, we were doing something a little different.
Yep. That pack right back there, the HasLab pack, we are actually raffling one off. Paxton had bought a couple of them, and he was gracious enough to give one of those to our group, and we are donating that off for $12 an entry. You can put your name in and be entered to win one of these HasLab packs along with the Spangler one. So everything you're seeing back there is what you're getting. So there's the flyer right there. You can scan the QR code or go to www.galabid.com/SDGB. And again, for $12 per ticket, you can be entered to win that proton pack. If you just want to donate money, you can also do that too. And again, all proceeds are going to Voices Against Cancer, which helps pediatric cancer research, and the other one is SuperCon.
And they're doing mostly Miracle Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, South Dakota Make-A-Wish.
Yep.
The awesome thing is, it's all in the box stock.
Yep.
So you get a stock proton pack, you get a stock wand, and that's like a $500 plus whatever it gets to value.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the wand is the orange tip wand. It's not the silver tip. So
I don't think
you
people
get
care
you
much.
luck on that one.
The only thing we did is we opened up the box, we put some batteries in it, we made sure it worked,
Yep.
and that was it. Otherwise, it has stayed factory sealed in its original box.
Well,
Yeah,
I just went to the safe. I had to take a break. I went to the safe, and I pulled out some money. So, how much is it for me to just like buy it? We're gonna promote this thing. Oh wait, we're still on air.
Well, we'll talk about that off air.
Okay. Sorry.
We'll talk about that off air.
I thought we were on a break. I'm sorry.
You know, that was very generous of PAC to do that.
Yes,
and
it was.
Just give it to us to donate.
Well, I have $48. I'm gonna buy right now, guaranteed. I'm gonna buy 4 tickets. So I'll send Paxton $48.
Great. It has
And-
to be picked up in Sioux Falls. That's the only catch. So Pat can bring it down to you folks.
No. Pac's already been there. Maddie has to come up to South Dakota now.
Oh, I got to come to South Dakota now because I was gonna say I have 2 rooms. I have 2 bedrooms and everything, and like you could just stay at my house. But no,
Maddie, you've already said hi to Pax, and you got to say hi to me and Terry now.
Oh, you're right. But I will guarantee, and no gimmicks, folks. We were just joking around. But I'll put in $48 on the raffle here. So anybody else who wants to join in, I'll send Paxton $48 as soon as we get off the call. And let's get this thing going. That's sick.
Yeah.
And also it's well worth it now for $12 a ticket if you think about the HasLab and the wand. Imagine what that's going to be worth in 5 or 6 years.
Oh my god!
Well, yeah,
In the box.
I mean,
Especially
that's
in the box.
That's an
already this thing
investment.
is what, worth $500-$600.
Oh, 100 easy 7.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wand
And for
and
$12
Pax,
a ticket, we're letting you have a chance at it.
I mean, that's incredible. So I'm already in for $48. So I'm going to buy 4 tickets. Anybody else?
Unfortunately,
What?
you do have to be
Great.
local. You have to be in the area at the time that we sell it. So you have to come to SuperCon.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
come.
Yeah, the other thing I did not mention is we will be raffling this on the second day of SuperCon, which is October 1st.
So
So you have up until then to get all your entries in.
That's actually a really good day for me.
Yep.
It's actually my favorite day of the year.
Why is that?
No, there you go.
Feeling lucky?
Well, no, because October kicks off. I think all of
Halloween.
us would assume is the best time of the year.
Yeah.
October 1st.
100%.
Halloween season.
Mm-hmm.
Woof.
I mean, that's my birthday month, so why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, but how cold is it? I mean, for us in Texas, October 1st is like we're hitting prime of the year. That's like the best weather period. What's the weather like in Sioux Falls?
It depends, but it's like 30 probably, if not lower sometimes.
It depends upon the
It really does
year.
depend, but it's about 30 though.
That's
Right
great
around
weather for a
Halloween
suit.
is, probably
That's what it
in
probably
the
feels like to
high
you guys.
30s, low 40s at night.
Yeah,
Probably
about that.
50s, 60s during the day.
it just depends on the weather. Like it can be
Depends upon the time of
snowing
year.
and be like below 0 sometimes, or it can
Yeah.
be like you
Yeah.
said, 60s. Pretty
I
nice.
don't know why he's complaining. That's flight suit weather. That's the weather I
Yeah,
want to
that's
be
flight
every
suit
time
weather,
I'm wearing a
guys.
flight
Come
suit.
on.
You're right.
Here for that perfect
I don't want to be
sweet spot.
sweating my Rastafarian nays off,
Hey, wow.
mid-July.
Oh yeah,
No, I want to be
Nah.
wearing this thing in October when it's 40 degrees. Then
when
I'm
I went to
comfortable.
Superhero Con Saturday, I was wearing my black suit. Biggest
Oof.
mistake of my life.
I was gonna say Paxton because
We're so sorry about that.
We talked about you're a tall guy, you're a big guy. There's also great food at the Superhero Car Show and Comic Con if you like pizza, if you like chili dogs, if you like popcorn, things that I did you lose weight? I would guarantee you probably lost weight on the trip. You had to have.
I didn't eat any of the concession food except for the popcorn. My mom had to get a tin can. She's like, I'll wait until the end of the day. And I don't know why, because you can get free refills. So it's like, you can't, I don't know. But she waited until like the last day on Friday. And then we brought it back Saturday anyway. I don't know. It was weird.
And then did your son like the Flash poster?
I haven't found a place to put it yet. But he loved it. He did love it. I just need to figure out a place to put it.
He was a sleepy boy. You wore him out.
I took him to the playground before that. He was complaining. He was just complaining about us walking because we were walking around down San Antonio, going to like the river walk.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
And then we went to the Alamo. He's like, my legs are tired. until you brought him to the arcade room. Then he was standing on it all day.
Oh yeah, and it looked like you like Legoland too.
Oh yeah, he didn't like it. He said he hated it, but then he wouldn't leave.
That's exactly what my girlfriend says to me all the time.
She hates it.
What person would hate Legoland? I mean, that's like my Graceland right there.
Brayden hated. Supposedly he hated it, but then I could not get him to leave.
That's hilarious.
Jeanette Ritchie's in the chat saying October is also New York City Comic Con. That's awesome.
Ooh,
Anybody going?
Metropolis City with a big con like that. That'd be awesome.
That would be amazing. I haven't been yet, but that's on my to-do list. I'll say probably 2024, maybe.
I'd rather get an MRI than go back to New York City.
I went to the Firehouse. I didn't think it was that bad.
I'm gonna go to the Firehouse for sure. Yeah, next time I go to New York, Firehouse is on the top of that list.
I'll drive you there. I'll drive.
I'll do a hook and ladder. I would do a hook and ladder experience. Maybe that's probably it though. So I grew up in Virginia, and so 8 hours above me was New York City. 8 hours below me was Orlando, and so we would alternate family vacations. So we would go to New York City, we would go to Florida or whatever. And I actually have a picture on top of the World Trade Centers the year, so I don't want to take this thing down, but I have a pretty crazy picture on top of the World Trade Centers. Man, New York City is a hassle, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad for me, I guess, but it was like in the July area. So it might have been not as bad. I mean, it was still pretty. That's probably the worst city I've ever drove in, though. Was still
the rats are as big as you. What are you talking about? They have rats.
They're as big as beavers.
I don't know if they're big as me.
Go 4 or 5 kilos.
Yeah, I don't know if they're big as me, but maybe as big as my head.
Would you shut up about the rats?
Shut up about the rats?
Yeah. Jeanette says y'all should come. It'd be so much fun. The Firehouse is a great place to go. I'll take y'all. Yeah, absolutely.
We're down to that. We're down.
I have to see it in person. I
do too.
Absolutely must.
I walked by it. The doors were wide open. And I was taking my nephew, and he's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom." I come back. The doors are closed. I'm like, am I not gonna get a chance? And then, luckily, I didn't go in though because they had a fire call, and I saw the fire truck actually pulling out. And you can actually watch on my TikTok. You see the fire truck actually pulling out of the firehouse.
Wow.
Should have been an ecto.
He did,
right?
The fire truck did an ecto.
Yeah, it did. Well, they had such a hard time getting that thing out. They had to like go forward, back up, go forward, back up, because it's so tight at one spot.
By the time they get the fire truck out of the station, the fire will be out.
You watch my video. Well, I don't know if I went that far. Maybe I didn't go all the way, but you can see them like backing out and going forward. But yeah, but it was so awesome because they had the lights going and everything. It just reminded me of the Ecto.
I can't wait. Let's say, you know what? Now that I think about it, next June, New York City sounds like probably the best time to go. We'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes here. But I want to make sure if you're just joining us, you guys talk again about the criteria for entering this contest.
So again, to enter this contest, it's $12 per entry. You can scan the QR code, or you can go to galabid.com /SDGB, and you can enter to win that Proton Pack. Drawing is on October 1st at SuperCon. If you want to just donate money, you can also do that on the same website. There's a little hyperlink there, and you can just donate money. And we're just trying to raise as much money as we can for Voices Against Cancer, which is an initiative to raise money for childhood cancer research. And the other one is South Dakota Make-A-Wish, which grants wishes to children with terminal illnesses.
Which is through SuperCon. And you need to be local to win the pack, or at SuperCon to pick it up.
So let's define that for people. So we're talking about the South Dakota area, right?
Yeah, South Dakota area.
So
Correct.
I have to have a Sioux Falls ID or what?
No, you can still be in the area.
No. You
Yeah.
just have to spend a weekend in my house.
That's it.
Oh.
That's all it is.
Are you kidding?
Oh,
You just have
Are
to
you
come
kidding
pick
me?
it up. How's that? Just have to
Yeah.
come
he's
pick
got
it
2
up.
rooms.
As long as you don't mind, as long as you don't mind snoring. I know.
I got a couch, man. You're all good.
All right, I hear you. We'll talk about it.
But yeah, super.
Oh my God.
The next couple events we're gonna do is we're doing a pickle festival, which is a little bit smaller revenue for us, but it's for one of our guys. They really wanted us, I guess, so we're gonna do that. I'm actually gonna dress up as Stay Puffed because hopefully we're gonna have some.
Yep.
I just got the costume. I figure I'm a big guy. I might as well be a big guy, you know.
I love it. How is it quality? Because there are some Stay Puffs that are like they look amazing, and then there's some that are kind of questionable. Where does this one fall for you?
I would say it's in the better route. It's not like pristine, but it's not the worst one I've seen. It was one of the better ones I saw, and it's still inflatable,
Okay.
but it works. I mean, it's really hot, really hot.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the.
He sent me a
foam
couple
ones
of pictures
out
of him actually trying it on the other
I
day.
did- I-
It
I
actually
sent
looks
a-
pretty legit.
I sent a video to our group because I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna dress up as a Stay Puffed, and it's a hassle. My torso is so big. I had to like jack up the legs just so I can get my torso in there.
He's a little bit of a skinnier State Puff just because his torso is so long.
But like I actually tore it a little bit, so I had to put like
No.
Velcro. I put some Velcro on it
Yep.
just so I can open it that much wider because I'm so tall. Like I'm still too tall.
Wow.
And then Lee,
Wow.
another one of our members, he's actually from the Aurora or Brookings area where this pickle festival is going on, and I think he's going to be Slimer.
Slimer.
So
He's
Yeah,
been
well,
Slimer. He's actually been
There we
Slimer
go.
in the past for SuperCon as well.
he has.
Damn.
So if you see Slimer, that's usually him.
Yeah, and
amazing.
if we had more time, Ted. If we had more time, Paxton, Bryce, Terry, if any of you guys want to get down to either Houston or San Antonio, because he was just saying Slimer and all this, so it's making me think of Andretti's, and that we have the VR experience. In San Antonio, we have the Ghostbusters Speakeasy. Honestly, Texas is kind of spook central. I know that New York is like Texas is really spook central if you're a Ghostbusters fan. I mean, San
It
Antonio
actually
really.
is. You guys have the ghost tours. You guys
Yeah.
got the speakeasy. You got like the river of slime. If you want to call
Yeah,
it.
100%.
How fun is that?
100%.
Very
Hey,
I mean, it's a river walk, but you can turn it
Yeah.
pink. Make it
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's fun.
Just like Boston does for the St. Patrick's
Tea
Day.
party.
Would
There
it be
you go.
sick if we could get San Antonio to make it pink? That would be crazy.
Do it. See if
There's
they
an
don't
idea.
yell at it, but
There's
there's
an idea.
Coloring.
Jeanette's still in the chat saying you guys would love it. Ecto, New Jersey was lucky enough tonight to get Jason Reitman's autograph on their
Nice.
car because he was premiering the 84 preview cut of the movie. Yes,
Oh,
I'm so jealous of that. I'm
That
so
was-
jealous of that.
that
Wow.
was tonight, and I was so hyped when they announced it. And I'm like, oh, it's
thought it
only in
was-
New York City.
I thought it was all Alamo Draft House. I actually
Yeah.
had to go reread it like 3 times. Because
I
there's
didn't
an
even
Alamo
know
Draft
they
House right
had
here
a
in Wilmington.
draft house. Why would they have an Alamo Draft House in New York City?
And why would it be in?
I have no idea.
I mean, there's literally one. I could throw a rock at it. Oh, dude, what do you
Yeah.
think's in that? Is this things that we really haven't seen? Because we've all seen a lot of extended cuts and things. We all follow the Ghostbusters pages, right? We've seen alternate cuts. We've seen like tidbits here and there. But if there's something in this that's really compelling, or some really funny Bill Murray scenes, or maybe them talking about the Ecto a little bit more, man, it would be so cool to see. I wonder if they're going to review it. Is it going to be on IMDb or no?
Oh, I doubt it because it's not like an official release. They
that-
usually don't.
It'd probably be like the what was that, the 38th when they did like the actual at the event So you either
Yeah.
have to be there videotaping it, or it didn't
I
happen.
wonder if we could talk to Ryan Espen and the New York group. Someone from the New York group definitely went to go see this thing.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
Oh my
hashtag
gosh.
Team Terry. She knows a lot of Buffalo Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Hey,
Heck yes.
she's from the Buffalo area.
I grew up in
Originally,
close
yeah.
by to Buffalo, New York. Yeah.
No.
well, I'm
There you
sorry.
Where are you from originally?
We don't
I
talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
think, man, I just wonder what's in it.
It's got to be gold. It really does. For them to
Oh,
go through all this, it's got to be gold.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things you have to be there for. I think.
yeah,
Unless
but do you know
didn't
what it might
happen.
be? You know when we could probably see it? I guarantee you, they might throw it onto the DVD of
Maybe
the new movie.
specials.
That would
So,
be
like,
sweet.
when the new movie comes out, they might throw something like that on there, or at least where you can see the alternate scenes, even if it's not the whole cut.
Did they do
would be
that?
awesome.
Did they do
That's-
that when they brought the 4 out? Did they do that at all? Do you remember?
I don't know. I can't.
You know when
I
they did
can't
the other
honestly
one?
say. I can't honestly say. But that's a good segue, right, Ted? Because
It's a fantastic segue. I was about to bring that up right now, actually.
yeah,
If you follow us on social media, then you also saw a post recently where we talked about delays from Sony due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. They're pushing back Ghostbusters Firehouse. What was supposed to come out this December, it is now coming out in March of 2024. And I know for a lot of Ghostbusters fans, it might be sort of triggering to hear another Ghostbusters film is getting delayed. We all suffered multiple delays for Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I feel your pain. I do, but I think this is a great opportunity. Ghostbusters 1984 will celebrate its 40th anniversary
Yes.
in 2024.
Yep.
yes.
So the fact that this film is now going to be put a few months ahead of that, I think is just icing on the cake. I think it's putting all the focus on this massive celebration. All fans can get behind it, and if there's any other additional reshoots, additional time needed for special effects, now Gil Keenan and team have it to make sure that this film is perfected.
Well,
So
hopefully they
if
get
you,
that writer's strike cleared up first.
Yeah.
it does need to get cleared up
But
first.
no,
We're saying this now, but we're
not-
hoping that if it gets resolved by then.
By then.
nothing that got delayed is due to an actor or writer strike. When did they finish filming? When did they wrap?
This
Well,
is I promise you this is just due to the writers. This is due to the strike.
But it's not with the writers or the actors. I want a supercut of me saying this film is going to come out in March. If anybody's watching this and are fans of the show, please go back. I've been saying this thing was going to come out in March of 2024 for a long time. There are no writers or actors involved with this project anymore. They wrapped. It went off to the special effects and editing team where they were going to do CGI and all these things. As far as I know, the no graphic design or no CGI teams are on strike. As far as I know, I think this is always going to be delayed. December was always a push date,
Yeah.
and now instead of just saying, "Hey, we're delayed," this is a really convenient political time for them to say, due to the writer's strike, actually, we're
Mhm.
going to have to push this thing off a little bit. It was always coming out in spring. And I'm glad about that because I want them to take more time with it.
Yeah, and I'm not even mad about it being pushed back just because of 2024 is the 40th anniversary of Ghostbusters. So I'm not even mad that it got pushed back. I'm actually glad that it did, just so it coincides with that that 40th anniversary.
100%. And it's just gonna be dealt with a little bit more.
Yep.
Like, if your grandma is baking cookies and you can smell those cookies from the living room, you're watching your favorite program and oh, damn, grandma's making those cookies. Do you want them right away? Hell yeah, you want them the second you can get them. But if she's taking that little bit of extra time with it,
Yep.
it's gonna be the most delicious cookie you ever had. So I'm going to let
Yep.
Grandma bake her cookies, and I'm going to love to see this in March of 2024.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, you got time to get your yourself packed up and get up here and see it with the South Dakota Ghostbusters, Maddie.
Well,
Ted,
you
you
are.
too.
Well, you are the
Amen.
number one. You are the number one fans of the show. No, seriously, you guys were the first ones to ever tune into the program.
I
Constant
actually
interaction.
helped you with Franking Gang.
No, Paxton was. Let me get to it.
That was before.
I'm just kidding,
Yeah.
Paxton. No, but no. You guys are A1 day ones. You guys are basically a part of the crew. 100%. And Team Terry. She's not our Janine. Bryce is the Janine. Terry is the head of the crew.
Oh, you.
I don't know if I have the legs for Janine, Matt.
It's funny.
Bryce wanted to bring up that we do have a tradable patches actually for sale as well.
Yes.
I did send Ted a picture of what it looks like, so we
Bring
can show
it
that.
up.
Yes. It's not our official team patch, but it's officially okay to trade.
Yep.
And it's, I think, $8 a patch.
Correct.
A lot of folks do that though. So a lot of teams, because we've been through this patch thing before, a lot of teams will do an alternate patch. So if
Yep.
you're on the team, you have a patch, that means you got it. But there's a different patch that they have for
Right.
Mm-hmm.
trading. So that's
Yep.
that's right up the norm. Let's see
This is
thing.
our official patch. This is the trade.
This is the
Yep.
tradable patch.
There's
So for
our
$8, you can buy yourself one of our South Dakota Ghostbuster tradable patches, and
It's
all
actually-
money again goes to charity.
And it's on our website, the South Dakota Ghostbusters.com.
All right. Well, let's do this right now. SouthDakotaGhostbusters.com. I'll buy a patch.
It should be on the main page. You scroll down a little bit.
SouthDakotaGhostbusters.com. This took me to something crazy. What are you guys doing over here?
That's a day of SuperCon. That's actually the most members has ever been in a picture, I think, at one time.
All right. I'm going to share the screen just to show them how to get this thing done.
Okay. Step by step by Maddie B.
Yeah.
How-to video by
And,
Maddie B.
Yeah, how to.
I actually love how you have
By
this.
Maddie D.
I love how you have this. That would be fun, wouldn't it? But this is really good. Right here. Buy our patch.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't remember if it was on the main page or if you had a link.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm running a little slow. There we go. South Dakota Ghostbusters. All right. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go. Yeah. Block that out for me for everyone else watching.
We definitely have to hand deliver one to New York City.
That would be sweet.
Take it to the Firehouse.
That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to take one of our South
That's
Dakota
pretty
patches,
easy, guys.
and I couldn't do it because the door's closed, and I didn't want to
That
go
was-
in there and bug them.
They saw you coming.
Yeah,
That was pretty easy,
I was
guys.
scared.
Back.
I
Speaking of which,
blinked.
Ted,
Did you do it that
Ted-
fast already?
yeah, so you go to buy your patch, it sends a submit form, and they will get back to you with information on how to buy it, I assume. Should we make a Ghostheads radio patch, Ted?
I mean, I feel like we have to now. But
Should
is it going to
we?
be as cool as this one?
No, probably not. Probably not.
It'd be
not.
unique to you guys, though.
Well, we went away from using Moogly because it bounces back on you on everything, right? So that's why ours is like kind of this. It's like a different ghost, but you still kind of get the vibe.
Kind of like a
But-
demon Moogly, really.
Yeah, but I mean, who do you think you have on the program?
It's cool.
Mhm.
I think we should do a patch. I think we should do a patch, Ted. So if you can talk to the people who do our patches.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
Which
already
means
on
that-
it.
We'll talk
Which
to
means
the
we'll
touch
have-
people.
Well, yeah. Just look up in the phone book and just find the patch people.
He's on the phone right now.
You guys do a patch, I'm getting one right now.
It's,
I'm
it's
telling you
under
that
the
right now.
P's.
We need some ghost head.
If you guys do a patch like that, I'm getting one right now.
Well, honestly, I
100%.
had this big idea. So when we were doing the toy drive, so I got to get back on it this year. You can't see it because of the logo over here, but
Yeah, you do. You do.
I have a bunch of patches, and my whole goal was that I was gonna just get a khaki jacket in like a large or XL, and I was just gonna fill the whole surface area up with all of the local franchises, or from across the states,
Yeah.
I guess, or the world even. And a lot of people didn't get back to me. They
See, I
said
thought you were
yeah.
going to
They
go a
said
different
yeah.
route there, Maddie. I thought you were.
No.
I thought you were saying you were going to get a big tattoo sleeve of all the patches he had.
Hey.
Hey, well, I only have so much room. Um,
Remove
but
that and get the new ones.
no, but honestly, I'm thinking of doing a challenge this year, and we're not going to get into this just yet. But I'm just going to bring this up. I think for the toy drive this year, because we did so well, I think I might do a tattoo challenge, where if I'll bring up a tattoo, if we can reach a certain amount of donations and toys this year, I think I might do a tattoo challenge. So,
You still didn't dress up as Santa Claus like you said you were going to.
but no, we didn't hit the number though. It was close.
Oh,
This year.
It was close.
This year. Come
It
on,
was
guys.
close.
Come
The
on,
tattoo
everybody.
but I would like live stream the tattoo challenge. Like live
Sweet.
stream, I'm getting the tattoo. I'll get Ted up to Houston so he can sort of monitor me crying, and we'll see what we can do.
Or else it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
So while you guys were chatting, Jeanette in the chat happened to let us know that she was at the preview cut with Jason in attendance, and so I decided to ask her, like, what was in it? What was the best thing that you actually saw that was new? And she responded saying, if you have the GB Collector's DVD set that came out, the preview cut is on there, and honestly, she likes the '84 preview cut because it isn't the polished product we all know and love. It has no real special effects.
Yes, I've seen
Uh,
that one then. I've seen that
yeah,
cut then. So
nor
like
does
there's
it
a
have the
part,
music, and she
right? So
loves
like
it that it doesn't have all that stuff.
when Slimer's like rushing towards Venkman, like there's no Slimer there. I've seen that cut.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
like when they go to throw, there's no
Stream.
There's no stream. I've
It's
seen
just a
that cut
blinking
then.
white light.
Yeah. I've seen
That's the
that cut
cue.
then.
That's the cue to shoot the beam.
Yeah. But thanks, big shout out to Jeanette. Appreciate you, girl.
Absolutely.
So what's up? Are we good? What else you got, Ted?
You guys have another few events that are coming up. Tell us about those.
Oh,
I think
Go
we
ahead,
already
Pat.
showed them all. We did. We talked about Voices Against Cancer because that's already kind of
Yep.
said and done.
Super
We're doing the pickle festival here this coming weekend, which is I only know if we're doing just the one day, aren't we? Just the one
Yeah,
day.
I think so.
It's a 3-day weekend thing, but we're only doing
Yep.
one day. And then
It's all you could work into the dill.
Terry just said it's a big deal.
But
Come on.
I'm going to relish the time there.
And then
we all stop being sour about the delay, guys. Come on.
And then, of course, our biggest event will be SuperCon, which is 3 days. They're looking for volunteers, so if you want to come in the area, volunteer. You get a free weekend pass. So I mean,
Yep.
if you want to volunteer for SuperCon, it's 3 days. That's our next biggest event. I don't think we have really anything else set up
We don't have a lot between now and SuperCon, really.
unless something comes up. I mean,
Things always come up, where, hey, you want to do this? Sure, why not? Things like that always creep up. But other than the Pickle Festival that's this coming weekend, there's not a lot between now and October.
SuperCon, yeah. Well, late September, early October.
Right.
SuperCon is a nonprofit as well. This year, their theme is To Sioux Falls and Beyond. And that was my best Buzz Lightyear, by the way. And this year, they are backing our local area Make-A-Wish. So all the monies earned go to Make-A-Wish families.
Yeah. Usually they go with JY and then also adult literacy, but I think they kind of went away from that just this year. I don't know if they'll go back to it, but JY was like a cancer research charity thing, and then adult, it was to help adults read. So, But
That's great.
Gotcha.
All good causes all around.
Terry is so on point. It's unbelievable. I think that honestly, guys, this has been my favorite show in a long time. To have you guys back on, it really has. Like you guys were there with us. I mean, me and Ted, we had this idea. We wanted to do this thing, and you guys have been with us every step of the way. So it blesses my heart. It's so good to have you guys on.
when are we doing a
Thank you, guys.
proton pack contest again?
I don't think it's any state secret that we
No,
kind of like you
so-
guys too. So
When it comes to the proton pack contest, Paxton, if you remember, probably 3 months ago now, maybe 2 months ago now, I put a post into Franken Gang,
Did you?
and that post said, "If this gets to 50 likes, I'll start a new contest right now."
What is it at? What
Um,
is it at?
Yeah, where's
so-
it?
so-
I'm gonna like it right now.
All right, so look at it. So we'll go to Franken Gang. I'll share my screen. Hold on, let me get up Franken Gang, and then I'll share it over. But I had this in here. All right, let me share my screen. Share screen.
I see where we're at.
Right. All right. We have 13 more likes to go.
Oh,
I
you're
posted
doing a
this-
spirit pack now.
I posted this on May 6th. Who's ready for a full-size spirit pack contest? What a great idea that was. Shout out to me.
yeah,
Shout out to me.
It had 102 reach, 8 comments, and 37 likes. I honestly I was a little disappointed in that, Paxton. Is that my fault? Am I not active in there enough?
It might be because you're not active. I feel like we aren't active enough in Franken Gang. Maybe.
I know, but so we got to get 13 more
No,
likes. If we can get 13 more likes, then I will literally launch it. You know what I need to do? I need to get Ben Rollins, the guy who won it last year, to say, "Hey, last year it was really awesome," and I got
Make him do a production quality video again.
Oh my gosh, he came in like Spielberg.
That's what we need. You should get him to do a full size spirit pack and have him do the whole Spielberg production again.
Yeah,
That'd be
That might
amazing.
no,
win
but
some awards.
honestly, Ghostheads Radio is fully spawned from that Franken Gang group. We really we got a lot of stuff going there. So Paxton, you're an admin. If you want to help me out there, let's get 13 more likes on that. I promise you, if we hit 50, I'll run another contest. I'll put up the prize. Everybody got paid out last year. It's not a scam. You can reach out to the person who won the contest last year. They got everything they were promised.
I didn't get my
Um,
shirt that you promised.
What shirt was that?
You were gonna give me a second place shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you're supposed to give me a second place shirt.
Yeah, but I decided second place shirt's a dumbass idea, so I said no.
I just liked it for you there, Maddie.
Oh, thank you, Bryce. You only get
I
a shirt
think
if you
now,
win.
now we're at 40. You kind of miscounted, so that should put us at 40 now.
So we're
I'll look
40.
at you when I get to my phone.
I got.
All right,
yeah,
all right.
I got
The second we get to 50, we're running a new contest,
I
and
did like it.
these
I-
contests are also how we gained a lot of chapters for that toy drive that we were talking about earlier. And again, we're not talking about that now. We'll talk about that later. But again, you guys are A1 day ones, my best friends. When we make patches, you don't have to buy them. You don't have to do nothing. We're sending them to you.
Amen.
Oh, that's
Wow.
great.
You guys will get the first ones for sure.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Let's see. Before we let you guys go, I just want to remind everybody in the San Antonio area and the surrounding areas that we are still putting on a school supply drive. I know it says through the 31st, but there are some chapters that are extending their drives through early August, and we also will still be collecting the rest of this week. So if you know any of these chapters, if they're local to your area, go to their social media pages and find out how you can contribute school supply donations, where the drop-off locations are, what type of supplies they're looking for, and you can get more information by going to either the Texas Rangers Division, the Ghostbusters Northwest, the Ecto 360, who they just wrapped theirs up today. But if there's anything that you want to do to help them, go to their page. The Ghostbusters San Antonio, I'll talk about in a second. The Yellow Rose Ghostbusters, the New York City Ghostbusters, the Portland Ghostbusters, who had a great event today, and the Central Michigan team led by Bob over there, who was like on top of this more than you can imagine from
An
day
absolute
one.
superstar.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're in the San Antonio or the South Texas area, these are the supplies that we're looking for. All donations are going to benefit the students of Uvalde. And if you're in the San Antonio area, our drop-off location is at the Dragon's Lair at Alamo Ranch. That is at the 1604 location near 151. And I'm going to give you guys the address, and I'll also type it in the chat here in a second. But the address is 5511 Loop 1604 and the 78253 zip code. So we've already had a bunch of donations already made to the comic shop, but it's not over. So
That's great.
you have any time this week. If you want to help out, all you got to do is pick up one of those items. You can see that list on the San Antonio TX Ghostbusters page. Any one of those items, as much as you want, throw them in the box. And I just spoke to the director at the public library over there today, and we're picking which weekend that we're gonna drive down there and donate these school supplies. So it's really exciting, and it's for a great cause. And if you have any other questions, or if you are not in the San Antonio area and you want to donate cash, I will take the cash or whatever, PayPal or funds, whatever, and I will go buy pencils or whatever you guys want me to. So
Ted, you're too
make
late.
me go to the store and do
Ted, you're
that.
too late. I just gave all my money to the South Dakota Ghostbusters.
Whenever you get paid again, and we'll do it like that.
Okay. And speaking of which, look what I found.
Hey, there it is.
I brought it back out.
Good.
That's a good looking bracelet there, Maddie.
And if you guys are interested in a high quality parachute cord bracelet in the classic caution tape color,
Well, any colors you want, actually.
with your custom team logo on there. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the GBSATX logo there. A great buckle clasp there. Shout out, hit up Bryce. What is it? Arrow.
Target Creations.
On Target Creations.
On Target Creations. That's right. I knew you were an Arrow guy, and it's on Target. You see how I was getting there.
You're on target.
So,
yeah, you're pretty on target there, Maddie.
Yeah. Big shout out to Bryce on that too, buddy. I wanted to make sure I shouted that out for you too.
That's great.
But yeah, Yellow Rose has got a lot of stuff coming up too. We just did Children's Hospital. There's also an Anime Fest coming up. So if you're a big fan of the program, if you're a big fan of Ghostbusters, check out SATX. You can find our local donation spots on our Facebook page, Yellow Rose Ghostbusters. Look at that logo right there. Is that the prettiest thing you've ever seen?
It really is a great hat. I don't understand how it's that good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's unbelievable. But and then the South Dakota Ghostbusters, because all of us together make this happen. We proved that last year. We're proving it right now, and we're going to continue to prove that. This is the way that we come together is the biggest impact that we can make, regardless of how it's done. So everybody get together, Yellow Rose, SATX, South Dakota, baby. Ghostbusters all over the place. And New York City's been in the chat like crazy. Jeanette's a new... Can we get some stars, Jeanette? Throw me 100 stars.
Hashtag Team Jeanette.
Yeah, maybe you guys need to have her on the show next.
Yeah, geez, Jeanette's coming in hot. But yeah, I love you guys. I got to get out of here though. Ted, you good?
We're fantastic, and thank you to Jeanette, Gunnar, Kevin in the chat. All you guys are awesome, and thank you once again to our arguably favorite Ghostbusters chapter in all the world, the South Dakota team, for joining us once again. Plus, you guys for everything you guys are doing. Don't forget about the raffle. You must be in the South Dakota area to participate in it.
Unless you want to donate.
And it was great having you guys back on once again.
Well, thank you.
If you're not in the South Dakota area,
Maddie,
you can still donate to a good cause.
For all your donations too, and thank you guys for always having us on and spreading the good word. So
100%, guys. Bryce, you got such a cute face. I just want to kiss you on the cheek.
Now you have to come to South Dakota.
Right here. I'm leaving this spot right here for you, Maddie. Right
all
there.
Just don't wash it either. It's all good.
Nope.
Yeah, lick it first.
No. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you, Terry. Hashtag Team Terry, everybody. Thank you,
Hashtag Team
Pac-Man,
Terry.
for joining us. Join us each and every week with the Ghostbusters Radio, as we'll have multiple chapters on talking about the news and what they're doing in their own communities. And don't worry, folks, we're going to get to see Ghostbusters 4 in no time at all. It'll be here before you know it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you guys next week. From the Ghostbusters Radio, my name
See
is
you
Ted,
guys.
a.k.a. Steady. And joining me once again is one and only Matt B.
Yeah.
Peace,
Great
everybody.
work, someone said.